From completely abandoning their weight loss program,
I am nervous. It's been a while since we've been back.
to turning their life around against all odds,
So there's going to be something positive, and you need to continue work on it.
this is what happened to the biggest losers from My 600 Pound Life. Starting with Stephen Assanti. At the end of his time on My 600 Pound Life, Stephen still weighed approximately 520 pounds and had become addicted to his pain medications. He had also fallen out with his family, and as a result, had no one to look after him. After spending months weaning himself off his addiction, Stephen started losing weight, ultimately getting weight loss surgery, and in a complete turn of events, eventually getting married to a single mother of one, a development that got viewers talking. The woman that's going to allow Stephen into her home around her daughter needs to be mentally evaluated. This marriage of his was concerning because Stephen already had a reputation for being erratic and downright manipulative, and seeing him rope someone else into his mess looked very fishy. Nonetheless, 2 years after dropping out of Dr. Now's weight loss program, Stephen reached out to the doctor once again. He had regained all the lost weight, and despite remaining in denial about the fact, he was in desperate need of the doctor's help.
How's your health been? Can I see what your leg look like?
Yes. Okay, that's what, you can do. This is my left leg. Just move it more this way. Alright. That's the left leg, and the right leg. Walk over there so you can see it from that angle too. This is the right one.
Look like lymphedema got much worse in her right leg.
It wasn't just the lymphedema that had gotten worse. Stephen's stomach was way bigger than the doctor remembered, and his general health was at an all-time low. But Dr. Now was more worried about his addiction to pain medication.
What are you doing with the pain medicine?
I have not been on any pain medicine in a long time, a long while ago, so.
Well, if that's true, that's positive, but I'm not sure about that.
Before the end of the call, Dr. Now decided to ask Stephen a little about his relationship. He wanted to understand the dynamics of his marriage and determine if Stephen's wife was actually an enabler.
She's a very, 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 very good person. She really is. And she only tries to help me. I just don't listen. I never listen. And I don't need to change. Then if I don't change, then she'll get a divorce. She'll divorce me in a heartbeat, basically.
So the thing is not going as well as it should, huh?
No, because I'm the cause of it all the time. And I kind of heat things up here a lot with my mouth and manipulation and stuff. I mean, we fight a lot, but I don't want to get a divorce. I don't. So if you're asking me, then no, I don't want to.
Not wanting a divorce was one thing, but not putting in the effort was just another level of diabolical, and some viewers saw right through Stephen's manipulation. Stephen's whole intention on marrying that woman and moving in with her was exactly what he did, to have someone to take care of him, because everyone else he knew was done with him. These days, there have been rumors concerning his untimely death, and that his wife divorced him, although no substantial evidence exists to back up these claims. Unlike the next participants who, after failing during their first run on the show, managed to turn their lives around. During their original stint with Dr. Now, the Oglesby siblings had seized the opportunity to change their lives and lost almost 500 pounds within the first 7 months, originally weighing a combined 1,425 pounds. The Oglesbys managed to meet Dr. Now's targets, and both underwent weight loss surgery. It was supposed to be the start of their new life, but it all started to go downhill, especially for Carlton.
But don't get ahead of yourself. You still got a long way to go, because, Carlton, you're down to 525, so you lost 3 pounds instead of 30 this past one, and your weight loss almost stopped only 3 months after weight loss surgery.
Still, it was progress, and both siblings continued plugging away at their targets. Well, that's until Chantel realized she was pregnant, drastically impeding her progress. And by the time they were at Dr. Now's for their next appointment, she had gained 9 pounds, much to the doctor's disappointment.
Chantel, I'm surprised to see you gain some weight. I didn't expect that, so what happened? Do you value your life?
Yes.
You do? Okay. Are you still trying to even lose weight?
Yes.
I'm glad to hear that, but it doesn't make sense because you should have been making more progress then. And it looked like you even have your walker with you again. You're completely going back in the wrong direction again.
Despite gaining weight, Chantel refused to mention the fact that she was pregnant to either Dr. Now or her brother. She felt like letting her brother in on the situation would only demotivate him, thereby hindering the progress he had made so far. Nonetheless, Chantel had no choice but to let her brother know she was expecting a baby, and just like she had predicted, the news caused an immediate rift between them. As a result, they both stopped seeing Dr. Now, and by the time they reached out to him for help, nearly 31 months after their first appointment, the absolute worst had happened.
Yes, I'll stand backwards.
Yeah, that's fine. 661.8.
Carlton gained almost 200 pounds.
All right, shot.
.8.
And Chantel gained 135 pounds.
Both Chantel and Carlton had undone months and months of hard work. They were now in need of an entirely new weight loss program and surgery, something Carlton did not want to go through again. Chantel, however, decided to continue the program, but somehow couldn't prevent herself from derailing her journey once again.
So you're pregnant again, huh?
Yes, I am.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So that would be number 5?
Yes, 5.
So how is Carlton doing now?
He's good.
Charlton's fine. I don't think he's going to do the program anymore, and he's kind of going to do his own thing, but he is going to stick to the diet.
Although Carlton was no longer interested in Dr. Now's appointments, he maintained his diet and eventually proposed to his girlfriend Monica. As for Chantel, she eventually gave birth to a baby girl and continues to fight to turn her life around. Unlike this next star who failed on My 600 Pound Life and is still failing now. At the start of Entreon's journey, he weighed a whopping 702 pounds. And although he was determined to lose weight, he failed to meet Dr. Now's target, gaining even more weight than when he first began. As a result, he was not approved for weight loss surgery and had to continue his journey alone. After months of trying all by himself and failing, Entreon reached out to Dr. Now again.
Treon, you get the gold medal of not losing any weight. You know, that has never happened. 10 months and not losing any weight, and tell me.
I have been working on it. I know that I haven't been always 100% on it, but at the same time.
Let's rephrase that. You've been on it on 0%, not being 100% is not correct. So I don't know what is your purpose of coming here and seeing us. What do you expect that we can do for you?
Dr. Now wasn't the only one disappointed with his lack of progress. His wife, who'd stuck with him throughout the entire ordeal, wanted him to turn things around, more than anyone else. I hope he gets back on track. I know his wife would appreciate it. However, he didn't, and just continued eating. 17 months after their first meeting, Entreon reached out to Dr. Now to give him one last chance.
It looked like you figured something out because you started losing some weight finally, huh?
Yeah. I've been working hard in every aspect in all areas of.
So since you lost some weight, I'm willing to give you a chance, and if you're able to lose another 25 pounds next 2 months, we're going to consider doing weight loss surgery on you.
Entreon had done the impossible and won another chance in Dr. Now's weight loss program. All he needed to do now was prove to everyone that he could follow through. But just 2 months later, Entreon did not show up for his appointment.
It's been 2 months since I last saw Dr. Now. But last month, Musa and I saw there was a larger apartment in the same apartment complex we already live in. So we decided to strike while the iron was hot and move there. But I didn't factor in how much moving took away from losing weight. I didn't realize how much that my progress had slowed down until I went to weigh in. The scale said 639 pounds. Until I get my weight under 600 pounds, I'm not getting weight loss surgery. I'm very disappointed in myself.
Entreon still struggles with satisfying Dr. Now's weight loss requirement and has not received surgery. Unlike this next participant who, despite failing initially, braved an incredible ordeal and turned her life around, almost. When she first met Dr. Now, Serita weighed approximately 603 pounds and immediately put in the required work. She was determined to lose weight and get approval for weight loss surgery, but by her next appointment 2 months later, she had lost only 12 pounds, making the doctor angry.
So how long your body is going to tolerate all that extra weight that you're putting on there? No. And, you're not going to live longer like that if you keep all that weight on you. But right now, you're killing yourself with food, and you don't seem to get that. So what are we going to do today that's going to make it work?
Serita's challenge was simple. To get approval for weight loss surgery, she needed to lose 60 pounds in 2 months. But by the time she came in for her next appointment with Dr. Now, 2 months later, she had not yet met her target.
Hello, how you doing?
Fine, how are you?
All right, so I'm glad to see you losing. Not as much as I'd like you to lose.
Still, Dr. Now gave her another chance to lose 60 pounds in 2 months. But this time, not only did Serita not meet her target by the time of their next appointment, she was pregnant and as a result, stopped seeing Dr. Now. But unfortunately, the pregnancy ended in tragedy, completely devastating Serita.
Her heart was just so strong. Like she was just fighting, she wasn't trying to go. And when they put them pills in, I felt like I killed her.
It hurts me to hear you feel like that you're to blame, but you're really not to blame. Nobody knows what could have happened or what should have happened, but maybe this is what was supposed to happen.
Watching Serita's husband's unconditional support for his wife moved a lot of viewers. Her and her husband made my heart melt. I love this couple and wish them all the best, and I hope Serita finds some healing. Despite the heavy setbacks, Serita reached out to Dr. Now to resume her weight loss program. As expected, the doctor immediately asked her to lose 60 pounds in the next month before they could go any further. She then joined a gym and continues to work hard to meet Dr. Now's target. Unlike this next participant who struggles to stay on track. When Siana first appeared on the show, she weighed approximately 660 pounds, was severely housebound, and was in an ongoing battle with anxiety and depression. After her first meeting with Dr. Now, it was pretty clear that Siana wasn't very motivated. She constantly misplaced the instruction manual for her diet and didn't really lose much weight, even after 5 months on the program. So, she moved to Houston, where she could be close to Dr. Now, and finally began losing weight. Though slowly.
Hey, Shannon.
Hi.
So it's been 8 months since you first came down to see me and get help. And in that time, you only lost 35 pounds, which is not a lot.
Yeah.
You're running out of chances, Shannon. I want you to start therapy to see if they can help you start to wake up and do what you need, because your progress is nowhere near where it should be. So you still have a lot to show me to convince me you're ready to do this. But because I see you trying a little right now, I'm willing to give you 2 more months to show me you can lose 80 pounds.
Okay.
She couldn't, and she quickly relapsed. By her next appointment, she had regained everything she'd lost and showed no sign of slowing down. As a result, Dr. Now terminated her program and charged her with taking control of her life if she really wanted his help. Siana remained in Houston and tried sticking to her diet. After 4 months, she was back at Dr. Now's office for a follow-up session and to prove to everyone that she'd been putting in the work.
It looked like you're starting to get your life together.
Yeah, I've been trying.
Well, because of your hard work and progress, I'm going to approve you for weight loss surgery, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to schedule your surgery for 2 months from now to make sure that your progress doesn't slow and you keep losing until then. You think you can do that?
I think I can do it.
Siana had finally done it. She had impressed the doctor, and all she needed to do now was make sure she didn't fall back into her old habits. Unfortunately, her planned surgery coincided with the COVID pandemic, and Siana had to wait another year before her next appointment. But there was only one problem. She had gained a lot of weight during that time.
What's going on with you?
I gained weight.
So you're still around 600 pounds?
I'm 720, I think 730.
Oh, so you have gained over 100 pounds in last year.
Yes.
Siana had undone all her progress over the past year. At the very least, she is still motivated and restarted her diet plan, hoping to meet Dr. Now's target in the near future. Just like this next star, who also had to deal with some truly unexpected turn of events. Weighing approximately 603 pounds during her initial appearance on My 600 Pound Life, Carrie suffered from hypertension, diabetes, and asthma, and needed to be helped by her husband to accomplish most things. As expected, Dr. Now put her on his famous 1,200 calorie a day diet and asked her to lose 60 pounds in 2 months. A challenge that proved incredibly difficult for her, one she would only cross after about 4 months.
Okay, because you made good progress, I'm going to go ahead and approve you for weight loss surgery.
All right. That's
Oh.
fantastic.
I want to use 20 pounds by then, okay?
Yes, sir.
If you come back in a month, you haven't lost 20 pounds, then we're going to cancel your surgery, okay?
I understand.
Her surgery was a success, but just a couple of weeks after, Carrie lost all motivation to lose weight and began gaining again. Of course, Dr. Now was very disappointed and delivered a fairly strong warning.
You having bad influence on her, or you make her to eat so you can justify your own eating
Well,
habit?
whatever she wants to eat, I'll bring it to her.
Unfortunately, all of Dr. Now's warnings fell on deaf ears, and by the time Carrie came in for her next appointment, she had gained another 29 pounds, prompting the doctor to give her one final warning.
Yeah.
All right, so if you want to continue with the program, you go to therapy and you work harder. Other than that, we have done everything we can. There's nothing else we can do for you, okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
No, sir.
So both of you need to work harder on getting your eating habit in a more appropriate way. The ball is in your court, okay?
Okay.
Carrie's inability to maintain her diet really troubled Dr. Now. He was afraid she had reversed the effect of her weight loss surgery by eating too much and ultimately stretched her stomach back out, so he called her in for an endoscopy.
Fortunately, it looked like she has stretched her stomach back out. The good news is it's not completely to the size like it was before. The bad news is he's just over halfway there. But she's able to eat a good amount at one time a day, which is obviously not a good situation. She got hydrohernia and enlarged stomach. Hydrohernia and enlarged stomach.
This singular discovery proved that Carrie was not really trying to lose any weight, forcing Dr. Now to bring her chapter to an end. These days, Carrie seems to be enjoying life with her family and pets. Now, if you like my videos, please subscribe or watch my similar videos here.